The dwarves really didn't believe in safety railing, did they? Just watch your step and we'll be fine, but suffice it to say, having some safety rails, some guardrails, would feel really nice right about now. Oh? Are there trolls down here? Oh, not a troll, not a troll. A fearsome Grawl. Well, allow me to soul trap that. Except now I'm just terrified that every single creature I see, every large creature I'm gonna see, is going to kill me instantly. Never gave the fearsome Grawl a chance, and the troll I wasn't really worried about. I could always use more troll fat. It's good for frenzy, if nothing else. I hear... Well, I thought I heard Nirnroot. No, I think that was just regular noise. 14 out of 30, almost there. Blackreach just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Every time I turn around, I feel like there's a whole nother section that I hadn't even seen yet. Once again, no guardrails, because that's just too much to ask for. The dwarves had a lot of knowledge. They had a lot of insight into construction, into science and whatnot. But safety? No. Not really a big concern for them. Well, let's see where this leads. Hopefully up. Hopefully there's an elevator, a lift, maybe a really, really long staircase. Derelict pump house. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, dwarven automatons at long last! I was waiting. I was hoping. You know how long it's been since we've seen any at all?
Ow!
I missed them. I really, really did. That's what happens when you spend so long fighting Falmer, Chorus, and then, unfortunately, some Falmer slaves. You miss all the creepy dwarven spiders. Not a point that I ever thought I would get to in my life. 1 gold and extreme magicka. Sure. Why not? I was right about the lift. We'll check that in a second. We have to make sure we don't miss anything down here. Heavy armor increased. It looks like... Well, I see a chest and I see some sort of valve. Let's see if there's any way to get in there. So we have this valve on the outside, lowers that valve on the inside. Open that up. Now you can get in here with me. Oh, here we go. Crimson Nirnroot, 16 out of 30. I don't know if we'll find another 14 right now, but I don't necessarily know if I want to come back to Blackreach, unless it's absolutely necessary. In my life, there's been a handful of ruins that, you know, once you go through them, once you've discovered most of what's there, you don't really feel like going back. I can safely say that Blackreach feels like one of those types of ruins for me. I just want to check this lift and see where it goes. Still just teasing Lucian with the idea of us returning to the surface. Still just teasing him with the idea of us being done here. And I'm also teasing myself, frankly. I keep on getting my own hopes up, thinking, oh, we're free, but I know we have to come back down. Great lift at Raldbathar discovered. Another undiscovered location over that way. Okay, so we have gone from Alftand, well, from Alftand up here, down towards the Great Lift at Mazincha, down to the Great Lift at Ralbathar. Yeah, really crazy to think how expansive, how large Blackreach is. It explains why we've spent so much time down there. It explains why we've had to spend so much time down there. Think of it this way. Think of it in this positive light. At least we know that there's many ways out of here. At least we know that there's a lot of ways that we can leave. We don't have to go back the way we came. We don't have to go back through Alftand. We have all these other lifts out of here. We have so many means of escape. They're practically throwing all these means of escape at us in case we need to get out as quickly as we can. Uh-oh. Oh, they already detected us. Well, I tried. That's what I get for trying to sneak right after I've already seen them. It's kind of my own fault at that point. Soul Trap. I thought it was going to go a little too high. I thought it was going to go over their head. It didn't. Ooh, well that definitely didn't go over their head. That went right below it. I wanted to make sure not to fall off, not to step into the current and get knocked off. Let me see how many soul gems I still have, how many empty soul gems I have. Azura's Star is filled. I have 2 black soul gems. I have a common soul gem filled with lesser soul. 11 full common soul gems. I still have 2 grand soul gems that are empty. I have 22 filled grand soul gems with the grand souls. 56 filled greater soul gems. Oh my god. And now look at all of the greater soul gems filled with lesser souls too. Wow. Well, I think I'll be able to, I think I might be able to raise my enchanting to 100. I'm going to spend a lot of time at the college, aren't I? I'm going to spend a lot of time enchanting a lot of junk just to hit 100. Ooh, wait. Disease resistance by 100%. I don't know if I have that enchantment, so we're definitely going to take that. That's pretty useful. That's pretty good. Oh, the Ralbathar Deep Market. Yeah, I think we also discovered this. I think we discovered the other side of this. So I don't know if we can go anywhere. I don't know if we can get through here at all. But still, I think it's worth investigating at least. Ooh, so close. Not as close. Never mind. Ignore me. 93 lockpicking. I don't have any interest in raising, or not in raising, but I have no interest in making lockpicking legendary if I get that to 100. Once that gets to 100, it stays at 100. $6 gold, a potion of healing, Orcish Bow of Frost, illusion. That's enough. That's fine. I can carry more. I know I can carry plenty more, but right now, not worth it. I did pick up 1 iron ore. Turn that to silver, and turn that to gold. If anything, I can imagine that there's probably a lot of people who don't want anyone learning that spell. I wouldn't be surprised if some people have outright banned that spell just because of, you know, inflation and the like. Well, Lucian, I have bad news for you. We can't attack whatever's up there. It's the same as the other entry that we found. It can only be opened from up there with an attunement sphere, so unfortunately...
Spiders are bad enough, but spiders that shoot lightning? What were the Dwemer thinking?
They were thinking they could keep people like us out. Didn't really work that well for them, did it? You know, on account of all the Dwemer disappearing and whatnot. One of the things that I did not try with the Crash Happy Wisp Mother is I didn't try to just disable her. I'm gonna give that a shot. I'm gonna see if that does anything at all. Okay. So that is the solution. It's not necessarily an ideal solution, but... well, if she can't die, she can't crash the game. I'll settle for that for now. I'll settle for that if it means I can explore a little bit more of Blackreach. And get a little bit more Crimson Nirnroot, too. Oh boy, another Falmer camp. Who would have guessed? I could probably stop using Soul Trap at this point, because I don't even know how many souls I can really trap anymore. I don't know how many more I have that I can trap, how many more soul gems I really have that I can use. It has been good for raising my conjuration, one of my least used schools of magic. And I think it always will be one of my lesser used schools too, because I'm not really all that keen on summoning undead Dremora and so on. I keep on waiting to come across a glowing spider. You would think spiders living down here, they would have to eat the... well, they don't have to, but at some point they might resort to eating the glowing mushrooms. Glowing mushrooms, spiders equals glowing, creepy spider. Evidently not, which I can't say I'm gonna complain. No magic glowing spiders, perfectly fine in my book. "24 out of 30. We're making good progress. And I feel like we've really managed to map out a lot of Blackreach now. There can't be too much more left at this point. Which means sooner or later we're bound to run into where they're keeping the Elder Scroll. Do you think that's some sort of climate control for this little encampment? What would have been a dwarven village of sorts? I assume. Yeah, this is dripping water down, and then that is determining the growth pattern for all of these mushrooms, all of these free alchemical ingredients for me. If possible, I would love to find an extra Crimson Nirnroot. If I can find an extra one, it means I can experiment with it for my own alchemical purposes. Ooh, potions. Don't worry, we'll grab those in a second. I just want to look around first. Not too much there that I cared about, but hey, no one else is going to use it. Ooh, I see a cloak. I see a new cloak. We'll grab that right after we open this. I hope it's a new cloak at least. Let me take the diamond ring. I need more stuff to enchant anyway. A tattered Dwemer cloak. We may have found one of those before, but I'm not sure if we found it in that color. Glowing mushroom, skeever tail, another skeever tail, ultimate magicka, ultimate healing. Alright, not a bad haul. So the farmer would have been overseen this. He would have been responsible for this whole enclosure, this automated farming enclosure that we see here. Imagine if we could take what we found here and pass on that knowledge to people who would know what to do with this. That maybe
I would not want to live down here.
maybe we could pass it on to Calselmo or other Dwemer experts who might be able to reverse engineer it and help create some sort of sustainable automated growing system, farming system, like this one. I am ready to see if there's anything down here. I want to make sure it's safe to jump. Oh, I thought that was going to be a much further fall. I thought this was going to be a much larger waterfall. No. If anything, it was slightly anticlimactic. I see the Falmer camp, but at this point, what's another Falmer camp? We've fought so many already, just a couple more Falmer really don't scare me. I'm tired of them, but I'm not scared. I need 3 more, ideally... Ooh, I missed. Ideally 4 more. Ooh, I did not want to put my weapon away. I'm not worried about soul trapping all of them right now. I'd rather just stay alive. Easier said than done when I'm being poisoned. Just rush up here. Alright, he missed. Bash again. Did not interrupt him that time, but we got him. Little too close for comfort. A little too close for me, but not every fight can be a cakewalk. Not every one of them can be an easy encounter. Uh-oh. I hear stomping. I hear dwarven stomping. Yep. A masterpiece. Should I feel bad about destroying a masterpiece? No. Why? Because it attacked me first. It attacked us first. 1 more if I just want to finish the quest. 2 more if I want to keep one for myself. Well, here's one. Bring 30 Crimson Nurmur to Avrusa Serethi down in the Rift. Find 1 more if, you know, you want to keep something for yourself. Can't be too hard, right? If we found 30 of them, what's 1 more Crimson Nirnroot? And there it is. It stands out a little bit. It being crimson definitely helps. If I had to find 30 regular Nirnroot down here, that would be terrible, because it would really blend in with all the mushrooms and all the crystals. You know I would miss a lot more of them if it was just the regular ones. At this point, I think we've explored pretty much everything else here in Blackreach. We've found the 30 Crimson Nirnroot, we've gone through pump houses, we've gone through the Silent City. This solitary tower is pretty much the only thing left. So the process of elimination would dictate that this should be the Tower of Mzark. Assuming that, you know, Septimus really knew what he was talking about. It would seem he did.
This must be the Tower of Mzark. I can practically feel the scroll. Let's go and get it.
You can feel the scroll. What does it feel like in case, you know, I feel it too? In case I definitely feel it too. I don't want to feel left out now. I don't want to be the only one who can't feel the scroll. Especially when it's supposed to be part of my journey, my destiny. It'd be a little embarrassing. Don't mind me looting the place and, you know, putting off my destiny ever so slightly. Spriggan sap, thistle branch. Take the eggs, they're fresh, surprisingly. Elixir of strength. Just a novice chest should be easy enough. Firestorm, silver jeweled necklace. I'll take the necklace. Because ultimately, the scrolls I just give to Lucian. I don't even use them myself. Oh. I can't really see through this at all, but I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say that there might be an Elder Scroll here. That or the dwarves just really liked building these giant contraptions, which they did, but usually for a purpose.
Just look at this machine. Remarkable. Light enters from above, and then these lenses must focus it onto particular points. But for what purpose?
Only one way to find out. It reminds me a little bit of the focusing lenses that we found in the other Dwarven Ruin when we were trying to discern the location of the Staff of Magnus. Uh-oh. Oh, hey. I guess someone doesn't want us to discern anything then.
Take this!
Oh, it's Mzark! What is he throwing? I don't like it. I don't like you. I'm sorry. You might be one of the only dwarven specters that we have left.
All the embarrassing ways.
Hey, it's not that embarrassing. Plenty of people have died to me. An empty lexicon of the dragon. An unknown contraption and a Mzark puzzle cube. Oh, wait. Summons a sphere centurion for 120 seconds wherever the caster's pointing. Okay. Well, he was definitely defending something. He was definitely protecting something.
Is not going in my backpack. Don't even think about it.
I'm keeping it. I need it for, you know, potion stuff. All these buttons are locked. Oh. You want to start pushing buttons, or should I? I'll start pushing them, don't worry. There we go. Well, the third button just opened up. Oh. Well, that seems important. And the fourth button is open. I think we did it. We either did it or we broke it. Now, I know I'm new to this whole Elder Scroll thing, but that right there looks like what I would imagine an Elder Scroll would look like. Can you confirm? Can you let me know for certain? I think it is. Elder Scroll of the Dragon. Discovered.
Now that we have the Elder Scroll, I suppose we'd best head back to Parthenax. Alduin's not going to defeat himself, after all.
Well, we also have to take the lexicon and bring that back to Septimus. Because I know Parthenax has his plan on what we can do with the Elder Scroll. But Septimus has been waiting to find this for a while. He might be able to give us some insight as well. He might know something.
We actually have an Elder Scroll. I can't wait to write to my father about this.
We'll have to get back to his city for you to send a letter.
Can I see it? Please, can I see the Elder Scroll? I've wanted to hold one all my life, and it's right there.
Isn't that risky?
Oh, obviously I'm aware of the risks. Blindness, madness, and all that. But surely just the peak won't hurt?
I'm gonna let you hold it. be careful, do not open it.
Oh, of course, of course. Thank you.
And then Lucian died.
Finally. But this doesn't make sense. I thought... Never mind. Here, have it back.
What did you see?
Nothing. Just lines and patterns. Maybe a constellation or two. It's so frustrating. I was hoping for...
Hoping for what?
Oh, forget it. I'll tell you someday. Thanks for letting me look anyhow. Suppose we better get back to it.
I'm just glad you didn't go blind. If anything, I was really worried about that.
And away we go.
Blindness, madness, turning into Septimus. I'll settle for avoiding that. Who is Drocked? Looks like he's laying on, yep, a journal. I weren't never one for writing about my life. The king priests of old deserve their stories told. But Drocked is a simple man. So this isn't no journal, and I'm not telling any stories here. But this infernal machine worked its way into my brain space, and I won't leave till it's figured out. The whole contraption just sets like a dead horker if it doesn't have the box. Putting the box in the hole made it all come to life. 5 rings, but only 4 buttons. Most of them don't work most of the time anyhows. When the lights line up, more open, but they don't seem to help. Just make another damned thing move. The old Fleabag Khajiit, what told me this cube said something about the light through the knowledge through the machine rests on the cube. I remember because he made me say it back at him till I wanted to throttle him. So I did. Tried to leave, but wolves to the top and them eyeless freaks outside the tower. Gotta stay here till I get it right. And I will get it right. Spoiler alert, Lucian. He
No
did
one's
not.
quite sure what happened to the Dwemer. One theory is that their chief tonal architect tried to turn them into gods, but it backfired.
They really couldn't ever be happy with what they had. They had the ability to read the Elder Scrolls. They had the technology to find a way to read them, but no. Just wasn't enough for them. No, we have to be gods now. That's our next goal. That's our ultimate goal. Well, back to the surface for good this time. Now, where exactly are we? Take a look at the map. The Tower of Mzark. That would make sense. That does indeed make sense. Kind of far from where we started. Kind of far from Alftand. Now, funny enough, I actually want to get back to Alftand because I know there was another tower there. And I'm still kind of curious. What is there? I feel like we still have some secrets in that area. It works, though. We'll head back towards Alftand because that'll be on the way back to Septimus. I want to talk to him first. Septimus, then Parthenax. And maybe that's not the right priority to have. But he's trying to open that Dwemer box, and I am really curious to see what's inside.